Hello everyone, welcome back to ALifeLearned and to my second episode of Friendly Advice with YouTube, where I try to bring your favorite YouTubers to my channel to share their experiences in life and what lessons they feel they got out of it. And today we have Jayden with us, who's a British mental health YouTuber who shares about her experiences with mental health on her channel You're Worth It, which I will be linking below. So please do go show her some support. But first, please stick around to see what experience she has to share with us and what lessons she feels she got out of it.
An idea.
An escape.
Ideas are bulletproof.
Hey guys, my name is Jayden and I'm from the channel You're Worth It XOX, and in today's video I want to talk about mental health and how it affected my schooling and how opening up about my mental health actually really improved the way the school treated me. My behaviour first started to kind of deteriorate, I guess you could say, about probably 6 months into year 7. Things were really bad at home. There was loads of different stuff going on, which I'm not going to get into in this video, but there was a lot going on, and I didn't know how to cope with it, and I didn't know how to deal with it. I was very angry, I was confused, I was upset, and I took it out on the teachers, which of course is wrong because all it did was got me into trouble, and it wasn't really a good idea. So what would happen is I would get sent out of my lessons, I would end up having arguments with teachers. It was a really bad time, and this carried on for about 3 years up until year 9. At one point in year 7 I was suspended for the way I treated one of the teachers there. I later apologised and I finished the school on good terms with that teacher, but obviously I didn't care about anything, I didn't care about anyone. My depression was so bad. I was just so angry at life in general, and I didn't know how to cope with it. Because of my behaviour and because I was getting into so much trouble, I believe there was about 3 or 4 meetings with the school, one of which was with the head teacher, and my mum and I were pretty much told that if I don't pull my shit together, I would pretty much be expelled permanently from the school, or they would find another school for me to go to because it just wasn't working out where I was. And my school's pretty lenient, it's not one of the strictest schools. Often people come to our school if they've been kicked out of other schools, so it wasn't it was a really strict school and I was getting in a bit of trouble. I was really bad and being really disruptive. Interviews with sort of our head of year or something, my mum sort of said about my mental health and how it was really bad, and basically just said that I wasn't coping. That then led to my mum and me speaking to the welfare officer. Then my mum told the welfare officer, she didn't tell the head of year or anything like that, but she told the welfare officer about my self-harm and about my low mood in general. So that then meant that the school could offer me sort of counselling. I refused because I was already going to see someone outside of school. And from year 9 onwards, my behaviour got a lot better. The school offered me what was called a timeout card. So when I got angry, when I got anxious, when I got stressed, when I was just in a really bad mood, it allowed me to just pretty much go out of the lesson whenever I wanted or whenever I needed to. Obviously, when the school give you things like this, don't abuse the use, or it's probably going to be taken away from you. Another thing that happened is the school gave me a mentor, which was one of the teachers that I was really close to. She was a teaching assistant, and I had a really good relationship with her in the sense that I would go to her if ever I needed help or advice on anything. So the school made her my mentor, which meant she would be in a lot of my lessons for year 8, and then year 9, I believe she was in a lot of them as well. And then towards the end of year 9, it was less and less lessons. So when I started my GCSEs, she wasn't really in any of my lessons anymore, but I would still go to her during break and lunch. If she needed her during form times, we would speak and catch up and check my behaviour was alright. From year 9 onwards, my behaviour really did get a lot better because I felt like I was able to cope a lot more because there was less pressure on me, and anytime I got annoyed or angry, I wasn't forced to stay in the classroom. I could just get out and leave before the situation escalated, which of course is going to help a lot. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, I was an angel in year 9. I really wasn't, but my behaviour did start to improve in year 9, and in year 10, my behaviour was it was okay, and then in year 11, my behaviour was not perfect, let's be real, I'm not an angel child, but my behaviour was it was pretty good, and I did really well in my GCSEs, which Honestly, I don't think I would have unless I was open to the school and unless I told them about my mental health and what was wrong, because I don't know if I would have like been able to do as well as I did without having a mentor, someone keeping me on track and keeping me focused, and without a sort of timeout card. And just having like 1 or 2 people at the school like that know everything but know what's going on, it's really helpful because you feel like you're not alone and you're not trapped in the environment. So all in all, I got help outside of school, which helped me cope. But then speaking about it and being open with it made the school more lenient and more willing to help me rather than me battling against them. It was more us starting to work together. So my mental health, it didn't really improve that much, but my schooling did and my behaviour did within the lessons, and I was able to cope a lot more during year 10 and year 11, which are probably like the most important years at like secondary school if you're in the UK. So yeah, just the moral of the story is be open with people. If you are struggling right now, whether it's a school or a friend, be open with them. Tell them that you're struggling. Let them know what's going on. Let them know what they can do to help you. If the uni offer you something like a timeout card, able to go to like a quiet room, anything that could help your anxiety or your depression or your behaviour or anything, speak to them, be open. And I'm not saying it's going to go perfectly in all cases because of course every school is different, every college is different, but honestly being open was probably one of the best things that I did and probably helped me the most. I want to apologise for my appearance in this video. I'm like sweating because I have just moved house and I have a cat and we can't open any of the windows, otherwise she will jump out of them and run away and get lost. And it is boiling in this room and boiling in the house, so I'm currently dying. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to go check out my channel, I'm sure it'll be linked down below. Hope you guys have a good day. Goodbye.